Am I audible? Shall we start off?
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay. So tell me, what are articles? Somebody said it's a and the, right? So what role does an article play? It's it's similar to a part of the speech. What do you think is the role of an article?
It gives some importance to the noun.
Right? You are right. So what is it similar to? What is another part of speech which does something like that?
Adjectives.
Perfect. Awesome. Correct. That's right. It's the shortest and most commonly used adjective, right? Because it kind of defines a noun or qualifies the noun, right? Like somebody just said. And I think somebody else picked that clue up and gave the answer as well. Correct? It's the shortest and commonly used adjective. And essentially, there are two types of articles, right? One is indefinite, which is a and definite, which is the. Correct? When do we use indefinite articles like the name suggests? It is used when it is used to refer to any member of the group, right? Like a hen, an apple, correct? It does not refer to any specific hen or any specific apple, correct? And when do we use definite articles? As the name suggests, we refer to a specific hen or a specific apple, right? Like for example, the hen with the black spot is the one that lays eggs daily, correct? So we are talking about a specific hen, right? Or the apple which is rotten was the one which I bought from the shop yesterday, right? So we are talking about a specific hen and a specific apple. Hence, we use the definite article, which is the, right? If we say that a hen does not live in the farm, okay, that's a very stupid example, but yeah, we're not talking about any specific hen, but we are talking about hens in general, right? So hence we use indefinite articles. Hope that is clear. Okay. It is generally used with a singular general noun, right? Some is used for plural nouns. A hen lays eggs, right? Some hens are seen in my farm or in my backyard, right? Definite is obviously used with both singular and plural specific nouns, correct? Essentially, general and specific, those are the key things which you should keep in mind, right? For a singular general noun, right, you'll use a hen. For a plural general noun, you'll use some hens. Some hens can be seen in my backyard. When you're talking about specific nouns, right, both singular and plural forms take definite articles, correct? The hen and the hens, correct? Understood? And an indefinite article is generally used with countable nouns. I drank a glass of water, right? How many glasses of water? One glass of water. So hence you use a glass of water, right? And when you can't count the noun, I dived into the water. So you can't say one water or two water. It's an uncountable noun, right? So that's the scenario where you use the definite article. Clear? Any questions here, or are we good to move on?
Clear, sir.
Okay. Can someone give me a sentence with a plural specific noun using hence? I want you to use the requisite article using plural specific noun, which is hence. Rather, let me correct myself. Please use a plural specific noun, which is hence, right? Use the appropriate article, frame a sentence, and please tell it to the class as well as me, as well as I. Come on, let's do this fast. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yeah.
the hens with black spots lay egg often.
Awesome. Okay. I don't know if it's true, but great example. Right? Hens is plural. So hence the hens with black spots lay eggs very often. Right? Who is this?
Sir Ashwin.
Okay. നിങ്ങളുടെ വീട്ടിൽ അങ്ങനെയാണോ?
Sir, ഇവിടെ കോരിയേ ഇല്ല. ചുമ്മാ ഒരു
Okay.
എക്സാമ്പിൾ മനസ്സിൽ വന്നപ്പോൾ പെട്ടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു.
അതിന്റെ ഉത്തരം ഞാൻ പറയുന്നില്ല. Okay, let's move on. Some rules to use indefinite articles. Okay. A singular noun that begins with a consonant. A hen, a car, right? What are consonants? Can somebody tell me?
Other than vowels.
Correct. Okay, here H and C are obviously consonants. So hence it is preceded by a, right? What is another scenario where an indefinite article which is a is used? A singular noun that begins with a vowel, right? But sounds like a consonant. What is the example? A user, a unique object, right? Why is that? Because a user sounds like a Y, right? Even though it is starting with a vowel, it sounds like a consonant, which is Y, right? A user, a unique object, a unanimous decision. Understood? So if it sounds like a consonant, it will start with a, not an. Clear? Can you give some other example? Can somebody think of another example?
Utensil.
So is it a utensil or an utensil?
A utensil.
Sure.
It starts with U pronunciation.
You mean Y, right?
Yes, sir. Why?
Yeah, correct. Perfect example. Utensil also sounds like it is starting with a Y, right? So hence a utensil. Singular nouns that begin with a vowel, right? They are usually preceded by an apple, an umbrella, right? Like I said, plural nouns which are indefinite, they start with some, right? Some hens, some cars, some apples. Indefinite articles are also used to indicate membership in a particular profession, nation, or religion, right? So I am a teacher, she is a Hindu, he is an Indian, correct? So these are some of the rules that are used for indefinite articles. Okay. Is there any other rule that you can think of, maybe? Okay, assuming you can't think of any example, we'll move on. I'll test you on this later on. Okay, some rules to use definite articles. Use the before names of rivers, oceans, seas, deserts, forests, right? The Nile, the Indian Ocean, the Red Sea, the Sahara Desert, the Black Forest, right? Before points on the globe, the equator, the South Pole, the North Pole, right? The Northern Hemisphere. Before geographical areas, the Middle East, the North, right? Have you heard of the King in the North? People who are Game of Thrones fans, right? That's a small trick to remember this. I'll be surprised if no one has watched Game of Thrones. കണ്ടിട്ടില്ലേ ആരും? പഠിപ്പിസ്റ്റ് കുട്ടികളാണോ?
കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട് സർ.
Yeah. So the
കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്
North.
സർ.
So the North, right? King in the North, right? So geographical areas are preceded by a definite
Yes,
article.
sir.
Okay. Before musical instruments or superlatives, he knows to play the violin. My sister plays the guitar, right? Superlatives, what is superlatives? More the merrier, right? Again, where should you not use definite articles? I think this is more important. Do you say the India? We live in the India.
No,
No.
sir.
Okay, so as a general rule, right, you don't use the before names of countries, cities, towns, states, and streets, right? But obviously, like always, there are exceptions, right? The United States of America, the US, right? The Netherlands, the Hague, etc., right? These are exceptions to this rule, right? Also, before names of lakes, bays, mountains, continents, islands, correct? But why do you think I've given those exceptions there? When it is a group, right? The Great Lakes, the Andes, the Himalayas, right? The Himalayas are a group of mountains, correct? It's a range of mountains. Am I right? So hence you'll use the, right? But however, if you say Kanchenjunga, right? You won't say the Kanchenjunga, correct? Kanchenjunga is a mountain in the Himalayas. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you don't use it with uncountable nouns, right? When it is referring to something in general. Look at the examples I've given there. Buttermilk is a popular drink, right? Tamil was his native language, right? Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is another rule to keep in mind? First versus subsequent mention, right? The first time you introduce a noun, you use an indefinite article. Afterwards, you use the, which is a definite article, right? When you mention the same noun. Look at the example I've given there. There is a girl in Mumbai, right? She makes beautiful paintings, but the girl is always sad. In this case, don't refer to the Game of Thrones example. You'll go wrong, right? Those who have seen Game of Thrones all seasons will understand this. I'm not going to explain it, but yeah, the first mention you use the indefinite article, and the subsequent mentions you'll use the definite article, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, where do you omit articles, or where do you see omission of articles? Abstract nouns, right? Or names of substances. What is an example of an abstract noun?
So youth.
Yeah, but popular examples? Honesty, joy, right? Youth is also correct.
Yeah.
Feelings, emotion,
Happiness.
yeah, happiness, correct. Those are basically abstract nouns, right? So they don't
Yes,
usually
sir.
have an article preceding them, correct? What is another example?
Yes, sir.
Before names of meals, right? What time do you have lunch? We don't say what time do you have the lunch, or what time do you have a lunch, right? There's no article before names of meals. Again, words like schools, colleges, universities, games, prisons. People go to church on Sunday. I think this is a very common mistake. People say people go to the church on Monday, unless you're talking about a specific church, right? Have you seen people making this mistake? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me something. Girls like chocolates. Will that be preceded by an article? Girls like chocolates. Hello? Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So what's the answer? Do we say the girls like chocolates?
No, sir.
So there's no article, right?
No articles, sir.
Okay. And tell me, if I say I have a black and white car, okay, what does that mean? How many cars am I talking about?
Two cars.
That's the wrong answer.
Or-
If I say I have a black and white car, I'm talking about just one car, right? That means that I have a car which is partly black and partly white. If I have two cars which are of different colors, I'll say I have a black and a white car, right?
Yes, sir.
And what is another example which we discussed in one of the previous sessions? The writer and publisher is not here. How many people are we talking about?
A single person, sir.
Right. So if it's
A single person, the
correct.
writer and
And
publisher.
publisher, right? If it's two people, we'll say the writer
If
and the
there are two
publisher.
persons, we'll say the writer and the. And the publisher. Yes, sir.
Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, another popular example, if two nouns refer to the same person or thing, right? The article is only used before the first noun. Like for example, Sagar is a great actor and director, right? Or Shravan is a better poet than novelist, right? But if they refer to different persons or things, the article will obviously be used with each noun. Example is Maradona is a better footballer than an A-League player, right? So these are some places where you have to be mindful when you're repeating the articles, right? Because each sentence means different things. So be careful about that. Okay, we come to our favorite section. Come on, attempt the questions.
She wants an orange from the tree.
Okay, why and? You know me, right? You have to explain the logic as well. I won't be satisfied with just the answer. By this time, you should have realized. Why and?
Vowels and singular.
Vowels, singular. One more reason. What is that?
No idea, sir.
General,
So we are
right?
not being.
We're not talking about a specific orange. Sorry, is that what the gentleman who unmuted himself was going to say? Hello?
Hello, sir, can you hear me? Sir, can you hear me?
Sorry?
Hello?
Yeah?
Hello?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, I was talking about orange was not specific.
Correct. We're talking about we're talking
It's,
in general, right?
we are referring to not.
We're not referring to any specific orange, right? So three reasons. One, it is starting with a vowel. Two, it is singular. Three, we are referring to oranges in general, right? In the sense that we're not pointing to any specific orange. So hence we have used an indefinite article, right? Why I am stressing on this is till now we would have probably, we would have anyway gotten this correct, right? Why is it important to understand the logic behind this is when you get a complex question, you should still be able to reason it out in your mind and be able to answer it, right? That's why I'm trying to stress on the logic here. Okay, second question.
Sir, the edifice on the corner is huge.
Okay,
Sir.
what is the logic? Yeah, tell me.
Because we are specifying a particular building.
We are specifying a
Building, edifice. Just one building.
okay, correct. It relates to a specific edifice, right? You're right. So hence we are using a definite
Yes.
article, right? Okay, what about the next question?
Sir,
Hmm.
the Chinese that Miss Sarala speaks is very easy to learn.
Why the Chinese?
Specifically Chinese, the language specifically Chinese.
It's not actually the specific language, right? It is the specific kind of Chinese that Mrs. Sarla speaks. Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
It is not referring to the language
sir,
as
understood.
such. It is referring to the specific kind of Chinese that Mrs. Sarla speaks.
Specific Chinese language. Chinese language.
Yeah, the form of Chinese that she speaks, right? Thrissur Malayalam, Tirundaram Malayalam എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്ന പോലെ, right? That specific kind of dialect.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, fourth one. Okay, also one more thing. I thought that I'll tell this to you in one of the sessions. Till your placements, right? In the run up to the placements, see if you can speak in English as much as possible, right? If I want, I can converse with you in Malayalam, right? Because I am a true born Malayali, correct? But I'm purposefully trying to converse with you in English, right? I suggest that you also do the same amongst yourselves, right? Because that will help you be in the right kind of what do you say? You won't have any hesitation to speak in English in your interviews, right? Or in your group discussions or whatever it is that you're going to have as a part of your recruitment process. Especially this year, when the recruitments are going to be completely online in most cases, right? I doubt that any company will come onto campus. So hence, there's going to be some amount of complexity involved. So the person who is sitting before you, he is not going to see you, right? So hence you have to make an extra effort to communicate with the person, right? Compared to what you would have done if you were sitting in front of that person, right? When you're going to engage with that particular person or the interviewer on a virtual platform, you have to put in some amount of extra effort, right? Like for example, in theater, when you are on stage, you have to do some bit of extra overacting, right? Compared to what you would do in a movie or in a electronic medium, essentially, right? That's because the nature of the platform is such. So hence, what I'm trying to say is point number one, please try and converse in English amongst yourselves with your friends. Okay. Point number two is be mindful of the fact that you'll have to keep in mind that you're going to face your interviews or discussions on virtual platforms. So try and put in some extra effort to communicate and make yourself be heard, right? Because right now I find that there is a lot of awkward silence when I'm interacting with you. So please practice that and please try to negate that shortcoming. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay, the next question number 4.
Well, I borrowed a pencil from your sister's pile of pens
Why?
and pencils.
Logic.
Yes, sir.
Why are you
Because
saying
it is pencil is a Japanese word.
Hmm?
Because it is not a vowel and because pencil P is not a vowel and it is a general term for
some pencil,
it can
right?
be any pencil.
Yeah, it can be any pencil. We're not referring to any specific pencil. So if it was I borrowed the Apsara pencil from your sister's pile of pen and pencil, then we are talking about a specific Apsara pencil, right? It can also be a general Apsara pencil. I borrowed an Apsara pencil from your sister's pile of pen and pencils, right? So it will actually depend on the situation in which you are using the sentence, right? If there are many Apsara pencils there in the pile, we'll still say I borrowed an Apsara pencil, right? So, but yeah, the logic here is that it's
Yes, sir.
A, and we are referring to pencils in general, right? Not any specific pencil. Okay, what about question number 5?
So one of the officers said the chairman is late today.
Okay. What is the logic?
Because we are talking about a specific person, and in words like chairman or positions of responsibility, we usually use the,
Yeah. First of all,
or it's the specific chairman that of the company we are talking about.
yeah. So we're being specific here, and we are generally talking about some person of importance or some position of importance, right? So hence we are using the definite article the here. The chairman
Yes,
is late
sir.
today. You're right. Okay. Who can attempt the next question? Question number 6.
The uncle likes to play the volleyball.
That's wrong.
No article.
Right.
No article.
There'll be no article, right? We don't say Ankur likes to play the cricket. We don't say Ankur likes to play the football, right? Ankur likes to play volleyball, right? Generally, before a sport, we don't use the. Can you give me an example where we'll use the before a game? The game of cricket originated in England, right? There, the is not referring to cricket as such, right? It is referring to the game of cricket. So hence, it will be preceded by the. But when we are directly using it to qualify a game, which is a noun, right? We won't use any article. Is what we are trying to say. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Question number 7.
I bought an umbrella.
Okay, what's the reasoning?
Umbrella vowel,
Hmm.
and it's a single one.
Hmm. And
Therefore, an is used before umbrella.
and the other thing is that we're not referring to any special kind of umbrella, right? We're just saying that, yeah, I bought some
Yes, sir.
umbrella, right? I didn't go and buy umbrella with a golden tip or something like that, right? It's just some umbrella. So I bought an umbrella
Yes, sir.
recently. What if I had bought many umbrellas? What would have been the qualifier there or adjective there? What if umbrellas was plural?
I bought umbrellas recently.
No.
I bought
Some umbrellas.
Some
Correct.
umbrellas.
Some umbrellas, right? See, that's
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying. That's why it is very important to understand these rules, because what happens is we pick up some errors in English language, right? Because we are conversing and engaging with multiple people, right? Especially friends, teachers, right? It's not necessary that they use the correct form of English. Okay, so when you try and say it to yourself, it might seem that it's correct, right? But be familiar with the rule. You'll be surprised to know that a lot of sentences that you've been using in your daily language might be wrong, right? Because I mean, it would have crept into your lexicon as a from some person who would have used it incorrectly. You have interacted with thousands of people. Might be some person, especially teachers or friends, etc., and so on, right? So you'll be surprised to know, once you know the actual rule of grammar, you'll be surprised to know that a lot of sentences that you've been using are actually wrong. Okay, so hence be careful about these things. So it should be, I bought some umbrellas recently, right? Because typically, colloquially, you might be saying that I bought
Yes, sir.
umbrellas recently. So be careful about the rule. Okay, question number 8.
Kriti is learning to play the violin
Okay,
at the school
logic.
because we are using it before a musical instrument.
Perfect. So you were paying attention in the class. When we refer to musical instruments, we use definite articles, right? So Kirti is learning to play the violin at her school. Even if it was guitar or piano, it would have been the, right? Because I told you in one of my previous slides that musical instruments are preceded by definite articles, right? So hence Kirti is learning to play the violin at her school. Okay, question number 9. Who wants to try this?
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Sir, Kirti is learning to play violin at her school.
That's wrong. That's what I was
That
saying.
should be a
That's what I was saying. That's why I was giving that whole gyan after question number 7. That is used incorrectly in our daily conversations, right? So I've heard people say this, that Kirti is learning to play violin at her school. That is incorrect. The correct form of grammar would be Kirti is learning to play the violin at her school. Musical instruments should be preceded by a definite
Okay, sir.
articles. Okay, so that's why I'm saying be careful.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Okay, sir. Thank
Yeah, learn these rules because we might be using
Okay, sir. Thank you.
a lot of nouns incorrectly, because in our daily conversations people might be saying this, Kirti is learning to play violin at her school, right? But the correct form is learning to play the violin. That's what I'm saying. Please pay attention, be careful. Okay, if you feel that English alle നമ്മൾ ഡെയിലി പറയുന്നതല്ലേ, കുഴപ്പമൊന്നുമില്ല, അറിയായിരിക്കും, ഗ്രാമർ അങ്ങനെ റൂൾസ് പഠിക്കേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ you might run into trouble, right? So please revise these things before you go in for your placement online assessments. Okay, 9th question.
Please give me the book that is on the counter.
Please give me the book that is on the counter.
Okay, why the book?
So since we are referring to the specific book that is on the counter.
Perfect. That's the correct explanation, right? We are referring to a specific book that is on the counter, right? So hence, please give me the book that is on the counter, right? Okay, now the last question, 10th question. Who can explain this?
No article.
Correct. I think I explained that, right, in one of my previous slides. We lived on Pali Street,
Yes.
right? So it's similar to saying we lived in India, right? We won't say we lived in the India. Correct. Now be careful that in conversations or probably in literature, just to create drama or show emphasis, the author or the orator might say that we lived on the Pali Street, right? Have you been to the Pali Street? Have you come across something like that? So like if I'm saying I'm speaking to my friend, have you been to a coffee day? So he'll say that, yeah, I've been to a coffee day. Tell him, no dude, have you been to the coffee day in Kochi, for example, right? So probably that's a coffee day which is special and which has to be visited, for example, right? So hence we refer it to as the coffee day. So that only comes in conversations, right? So don't get confused with that. As a general rule, in your exams, from an examination point of view, you wouldn't use any article in front of a country or a street or a state, etc., right? I live in Kerala. Again, no article. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, try this.
Sir, no articles.
Correct. Delhi is the capital of India, right? The same logic which I just explained. Countries and states usually don't have articles, are not preceded by articles, but yeah, there are exceptions like the UK, the US, the Netherlands, etc. Like I said, right? What about the next one?
No article, sir.
Correct. My colleagues' families.
My colleague's family speaks Polish.
Yeah, we're talking about the language Polish in general, right? Not any specific dialect of Polish. Correct.
Yes.
Question number 13. What do you think is the right answer?
Yes, sir. Apples in my basket are red.
Sorry.
The apples in my basket are red.
Correct. We are referring to the specific apples in my basket, right? So hence the
Yes, sir.
apples in my basket are red, right? Also notice that apples is plural. Even then, what we learned is that in case of definite articles, if we are talking about specific singular or plural nouns, right? If it is specific, doesn't matter if it's singular or plural, we'll use definite article here, right? We'll use a definite article, which is the apples in
Yes,
my
sir.
basket are red.
Sir, but in this example, couldn't it be some also? Some apples in my basket are red.
It can be, but typically you wouldn't get such an option, right? If some is also given as an option, right? Then probably the question doesn't have a definite answer, correct? So typically you would only be given a choice between a definite and an indefinite article. Okay, you wouldn't be given some, ideally, according to me. Okay, but good that you're thinking. You're absolutely right. Okay. Question number 14. I explained this.
Our friends have a cat and a dog.
Correct. We are talking about two different animals here, right? So hence, have a cat
Yes, sir.
and a dog. The same animal
And a
can't
dog.
be cat and dog, right? So hence, both the nouns will
Yes,
have a indefinite article preceding it. Correct? Clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt, any
Yes, sir.
questions, any queries?
No, sir.
Okay. Try this question. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Waiting for the answer.
Yes, sir.
Is it that difficult? I thought this is an
Option
easy.
C.
Sorry? Correct.
Option C.
Yeah, you're right. Right? So it should be if you're trying to convince your kids or a friend, right? We're talking about friends in general, right?
Yes, sir.
With a short attention span, that gardening is fun and not a drudge. You couldn't pick, should it be
Better.
a better vegetable, right? To prove your point. Correct? So A and D are erroneous. So hence the option C is the correct answer, right? A and D have errors. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, I think you might feel that articles are easy, but please practice a lot of questions, right? That's the only way you can deal with different types of examples, right? Or else you might be stumped during your exam. Okay, now I'm just going to type one sentence here. Okay, assuming you can still see my screen, tell me the answer for this. What do you think is the answer?
No article, sir.
That's not there in the option, right?
Yes.
Hmm?
The, sir.
No. So here's the catch.
A.
A Rajnikant.
Yeah, the correct answer is A Rajnikant, because obviously Anne can't be the answer. Very smart. Okay, so it can't be the Rajnikant. Okay, if we are talking about the actor Rajnikant, okay, it will be Rajnikant was declared the winner of the contest. Okay, but clearly that's not there in the option. So we are talking about some Rajnikant. Okay, so it's like saying that a one Mr. Rajnikant was declared the winner of the contest, right? A Rajnikant was declared the winner of the contest. Clear?
Yes, sir.
If it was the
Yes,
actor
sir.
Rajnikant, we would have just said Rajnikant was declared the winner of the contest, right? So you see how questions can become tricky, right? So you should not just use the rules of grammar, you should also be a little smart and think through it. Okay, that's what I'm trying to prove here. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's it for today. Thank you, guys. Please practice. Good night. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good night.